Greetings, Cheapskate Nation, and welcome to the show, where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. I am Commander Cheapskate, and today we will be discussing the Deep Ones. A House Delaque gang, played by my good friend Big Puka for the upcoming Necromunda community event created by Dr. Drybrush and myself. Our campaign will take place in the hellish depths of Necromunda's Sump Sea, and for the next series of videos, we will concentrate on the various gangs participating in this event on my channel. On a side note, if you notice, the narration on today's video is very different than usual. The reason why is because I am still recovering from my bout of laryngitis earlier last month, so I do apologize if this narrative is different and off-putting. Hopefully I will recover soon that I can get back on schedule. So, without further ado, let's discuss the Deep Ones. The Deep Ones, whispers beneath the sump. The Sump Sea is never silent. Its tides drag the bones of hives long drowned into the black waters, and its winds carry whispers, voices that are not merely echoes but beckonings from something far older than Necromunda itself. The Deep Ones, a House Delaque gang bound by shadow and secrecy, heed those whispers. They're packed with house ties Omyodo Coven. Mystics of sanctioned and unsanctioned discipline binds the fate of both houses to the etheric call. Shiragan of the Ten Eyes, master of shadows, a hunter who sees through veils of time and space. Wrapped in his chameleonic cloak, his long rifle hums with the promise of distant death. The whispers speak clearest to him, 10 eyes watching, 10 futures collapsing into one. Shiragan appears almost detached from the material world, his many-layered perception fracturing his sense of self. His eyes twitch and blink at different times, each tracking a future, a possibility, or a shadow in the ether. To his followers, his leadership seems alien, yet his predictions always unfold true. Dark Hand Mandoth Phantom, his grav gun pulls men into the abyss, their bodies crushed by the weight of unseen hands. Cold and patient, his overwatch ensures none escape the Deep One's net. Mandoth is calm, deliberate, and inexorable. Like the gravity wells his weapon manifests. He rarely speaks, but when he does, it is with absolute finality. He is Shiragan's second in command, the steady hand balancing Drala's fiery volatility. Astaroth the Mirelurk, Nuct Ghoul, a predator slipping from shadow with serpent's fangs bared. They say he was born in the sump's depths, breathing the fetid waters until Delaque drew him forth. Astaroth moves with the patience of a predator and the grace of the sump's nightmarish fauna. He spends long hours submerged, rising from sludge and shadow alike to deliver death. His loyalty is unquestionable, though his mind is feral. Drala Deville, Psygeist, a wildfire cloaked in shadow. Her harness sparks with molten fury, her mind ablaze with power not sanctioned by terror. She burns with zeal, yet her soul frays each time she channels the warp. Drala is fire-given form, reckless, passionate, and dangerous to friend and foe alike. Her fury often blinds her to the larger strategy, but her raw psychic talent makes her indispensable. Shiragan tolerates her because the whispers in her head sometimes echo his own. Sethar the Dagger. Sethar earned the moniker the Dagger, not for flamboyant kills, but for his patience. He strikes only when certain of the wound, fading back into shadow as quickly as he appeared. Unlike many Delaque who let the warp brush against their thoughts, Sethar distrusts psychers and relies on the solid certainty of bullets. Feral Irad. Unlike the rest of the Deep One's cool detachment, Irad is wild and unpredictable. The sump changed him. Long nights alone in the fetid dark left him twitching, teeth filed, his laughter bubbling out like sump gas. He runs with reckless abandon, trusting his shotgun's roar to break enemy morale. Ichabod the Arcana. Tall and spindly, Ichabod earned the name Arachna for the way he arranges ambushes like a web. He coordinates with Shiragan's long rifle, locking down escape routes with precise lass fire, herding foes into kill zones where heavier weapons wait. He rarely speaks, but when he does, it's in riddles that unsettle even his fellow ghosts. The Diviner, Piscean Spectre, an alien shadow in their midst. Fearsome and unreadable, its wings cut through the sump mist while its whispers ripple through the warp. Some say it is the source of the call, or merely a herald of what is yet to come. The Diviner is not of this hive, not of this species. Its presence is tolerated only because it has become entwined with the same psychic chorus that haunts Shiragan. The creature seldom speaks aloud, but its thoughts bleed into the minds of those nearby, visions of drowned cities and rising leviathans. Waibashi Bellis, Onmyodo telepath, overseer of shadows, her mind a storm of control and domination. She weaves fear into the souls of men, breaking them with but a thought. Bellis is calm, calculating, and terrifying in her subtlety. Her voice carries weight, bending others to her command without ever raising a hand. She and Sharagan treat each other not as master and ally, but as fellow high priests of something greater. Subashi Quietus, Onmyodo Null, the psychic void in human form. Where he walks, the warp recoils, his power sword glows cold in the sumplight, a blade that severs more than flesh. Where Bellis speaks, Quietus is silent. Where the diviner whispers, Quietus makes the warp recoil. He is a void in human form, a blade that severs sorcery. His loyalty is absolute, though none know if it is to House Tai, Bellis, or the Whispers themselves. The Shadow Runner, Wraith, a tracked beast of smoke and fire. Heavy flamer and caltrops grind enemies into the sump mud, while its cage carries captives into the Deep One's service or sacrifice. The Shadow Runner is more than a vehicle. Its engine hum is said to echo the same whispers that guide Sharagan, and its growl unsettles even the gang's own allies. Captives thrown into its transport cage rarely emerge alive. From beneath the waves of the Sump Sea, something stirs. The Deep Ones gather upon the shoreline, their eyes fixed upon the waters. Some say it is Xenos, a slumbering breed long buried beneath the hive's drowned foundations. Others whisper of eldritch horrors from beyond the veil, ancient and patient. And some fear it is neither, but rather the echo of the hive's own forgotten soul, whispering madness into the minds of those attuned to the warp. The Deep Ones and House Tai press onward, for riches, for secrets, for the chance to hold communion with whatever calls from the deep. But those who listen too long to the ether know this truth. The Sump does not give without taking. So, there you have it. 1,650 credit gang for the Sump Sea Necromunda community event, co-hosted by Dr. Drybrush and myself. So what do you think of this gang? What recommendations would you make? Do you think the Deep Ones have what it takes to survive the Sump Sea? Please feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, or like. Your input is invaluable to us. So that will do it for this video. As always, I am Commander Cheapskate, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out, and stay classy.